Aries, if I told you there was one single month in your life that could open the door to 20 years of brilliance ahead, would you believe me? Not everyone gets to stand at this threshold, but you're different. Everything you've endured, every storm you've walked through, every time you stood back up when there was no strength left, it's all been leading you here. And that moment begins in August 2025, because this isn't just another month on the calendar, it's a turning point. A moment when every door to opportunity, to love, to fortune opens all at once. Picture it, August of 2025 doesn't arrive as just a number on a page. It arrives like a bell ringing in a quiet afternoon. A call from somewhere deep, a place only your heart can hear. For most people, August will pass like any other month. But for you, Aries, it's when invisible doors begin to unlock. Baba Vanga once said, "There are rare moments when the universe leans entirely toward one person, handing them the key to a path no one has walked before." And from August 8th to August 28th, 2025, that moment is yours. Think about everything you've come through. The long nights you held on to hope alone. The steps you took against the wind under the weight of doubt, under the eyes of those who didn't believe. And maybe you've asked yourself, am I even on the right path? This August comes to answer that question. Not with words, but with signs, with opportunities, with hands reaching for you right when you're on the edge of letting go. The energy portal Baba Vanga saw isn't some vague image, it's like a river of light flowing, and you and Aries are standing on this side of the shore. One step and you'll feel its warmth, its light, its peace. But to cross, you have to believe. Believe in what your eyes can't see, but your heart already knows. From August 8th to 28th, everything around you may shift, gently yet deeply. A casual conversation could become the start of a life-changing connection. A career opportunity you thought was long gone could return. A feeling of calm, one you haven't known in years, could fill every breath. And through it all, you'll begin to understand. You're being guided, not by luck, but by a higher order, by something you've always felt but never named. This August doesn't ask you to run faster. It asks you to open your heart, to receive, to notice the small, quiet signs that carry so much meaning. It might be a dream that keeps repeating, an old song suddenly playing in an unexpected place, or catching yourself smiling for no reason at all. These pieces, when they come together, will form the picture of a journey that will stretch for 2 decades, beginning right here. And as you stand here at the edge between what's been and what's about to be, let yourself be still, because sometimes the strongest thing we can do is to pause and hear the sound of our own voice again. That voice will lead you through the light of this portal, to a place where every pain you've carried becomes the very fuel for a glorious road ahead. What waits for you isn't just opportunity, it's a rebirth. And when you take that next step, you'll realize every breath, every footfall from this moment on is syncing with something far greater than you've ever imagined. They say not everyone is born to lead the way, but for Aries, it's not a choice, it's who you are. From the time you were young, you've carried a restless current inside you. Like the first winds of spring, it could never be contained, always pushing you to see what lies beyond the horizon. You take the step when others hesitate. You try when no one else dares to begin. And because of that, sometimes you're the first to feel the pain. There are moments when your pioneering spirit is mistaken for recklessness. The fire in you, labeled as temper, instead of being seen for what it truly is, a guiding light. You've had to learn how to stand steady in the face of doubt, and still keep moving forward, even when your feet bled along the way. But Aries, that's exactly what makes you different. August 2025 won't come to change who you are. It will come to awaken a part of you that's been asleep. The original flame, pure, unbent by time or pain. A flame that will burn not to destroy, but to purify. To burn away the dust that's settled over your dreams so you can see their true colors again. You'll feel it through the subtlest of signs. Maybe an unexpected opportunity will appear when you're not looking. A dream repeating night after night, and when you wake, you feel as if someone's left you a secret message. Or an unshakable feeling you can't quite name, but it's strong enough to tell you, you need to be ready. That's no coincidence. It's the way the universe speaks to those who have been chosen. Be ready. And Aries, you were chosen not because you're perfect, but because you're brave enough to start, even when the road ahead is still hidden in shadow. In the past 20 years, You've crossed mountains others only dared to watch from afar. You've faced storms that felt impossible to survive, yet you still found a way to steer your ship through. You may not realize it, but every one of those trials has shaped you into a keeper of the flame, someone who can ignite strength in themselves and in those who follow. Now, August 2025 rises like a new dawn. You won't have to use your fire to fight the dark anymore. Instead, you'll use it to light the path not just for yourself, but for anyone who happens to pass through its glow. And as that light spreads, opportunities will find you. Doors will open. Not with noise, not with rush, but with certainty, as if it was always meant to be. Let your heart be still for a moment. Picture yourself standing on the crest of a hill, looking toward a horizon painted in gold. You don't know exactly what's waiting there, but you know it's time to walk that road. Each step now feels lighter because you understand you're no longer walking alone. And as you move forward, strange, beautiful things will begin to happen. A new story will unfold, not with the sound of drums, but with the quiet, steady rhythm of a heartbeat, leading you deeper into a journey where every detail, every glance, every breath carries a meaning you're just about to discover. There are doors in the universe that only open when your heart is light enough to walk through. That's why, before you step into the 2 decades of fortune waiting ahead, Aries, you must do something that may seem small, yet it's the foundation for everything, clearing the space within yourself. Not everyone dares to look inward, because in there, alongside the beautiful dreams, lie fears that have been lying still for far too long. There are stories you've never told, wounds you thought had healed, yet with the slightest touch still ache. And there are the words of others, once you believed them to be true, now they've hardened into invisible walls, blocking your way forward. August 2025 doesn't just bring opportunity. It asks for a different kind of courage, the courage to let go. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It means allowing those memories to rest so they no longer control the way you live today. Start with the simplest acts. Forgive yourself for the choices that didn't turn out the way you hoped. Forgive others because they didn't know how to love you in the way you needed. Then, look at the relationships around you. Some people were once your anchor, but now they're just a rope pulling you back into the past. Some stories have reached their final chapter, yet you keep holding on because you fear the emptiness that might follow. Letting them go isn't cold, it's freeing both of you to find your own light. And finally, examine the beliefs you've been carrying without question. How many are truly yours? How many were handed down by family, by society, by old experiences? If a belief makes you feel small, limited, or unworthy, it's time to set it down. The universe works on the frequency of belief. The more you believe you are worthy, the more you will receive. But belief can't live only on your lips. It has to live in your choices, in your steps, in the way you treat yourself. When you start choosing what's good for you, you send a clear signal. I am ready to receive. And here's the beautiful thing. When you clear the inside, the good starts to find you without you chasing it. Like a garden, when the soil has been turned and softened, the rain will come on its own and the seeds will sprout. Then you realize luck isn't something that falls from the sky, it's the result of making space for it to arrive. So, before you think about what you want to have, think about what you are willing to release. Because sometimes, a hand that's already full can't hold anything new, no matter how precious the gift. And when that hand is empty, when your heart is light, you'll find yourself standing at a different threshold. A place where, on the other side, waits not only good fortune, but roads you never expected, leading you to experiences you once didn't even dare to dream of. When a door in the universe opens, it rarely changes just one small part of your life. It usually brings a wave, a ripple that reaches into every corner you once thought was still. And for you, Aries, this August is that wave. In work and finances, you'll see new currents starting to flow in. It could be an invitation to collaborate from someone you thought you'd lost touch with, or a project you once left unfinished suddenly returns, but this time with better terms, bigger opportunities. There will be leaps forward, ones that in the past would have taken years to arrive, now unfolding so quickly, you might feel as if you're living in a different timeline. But this isn't random luck. It's the result of all the quiet efforts you've been sowing, even when you thought no one noticed. Now, the universe is returning it to you in numbers, in contracts, in opportunities that remind you your value was never forgotten. In love, old wounds will be touched again, but not to hurt, to heal. Maybe someone who once left will come back, bringing with them maturity and a more honest heart. Or someone new will appear, and the way they see you will make you realize love doesn't have to be a battle. It can be gentle, it can be peaceful, and still be full of passion. Even the quiet moments together will be enough to feel you belong without the need for endless proof. Spiritually, you'll feel a peace deeper than anything you've known before. Not because the outside world has become perfect, but because inside you've begun to settle. The noise of comparison, of pressure, of other people's expectations will start to fade, making space for the true voice within you. You'll see the world through different eyes, softer, more forgiving, yet clearer than ever. And then your health will reflect all of these changes. It will feel like your body has been rebooted. You'll find yourself full of energy, even when work gets busy. Long-standing fatigue or the heaviness in your mind will start to lift. This new energy won't just help you do more. It will help you savor each moment more. These changes, big or small, will feel like concentric circles spreading from a stone dropped into still water, each ring touching a part of your life you never expected, until you realize it's all connected, lifting you all at once. And when you start to feel everything moving in sync like this, you'll understand this isn't just luck. It's a deliberate design, a symphony where you're both the listener, the musician, and the melody itself. And the most extraordinary part is, as those notes keep playing, they'll lead you deeper into the story, to a place where secrets have been waiting for you all along. And another door is just about to open. There are moments in life that can't be measured by the hands of a clock. They can only be measured by the way your soul trembles. And for you, Aries, August 2025 carries one of those moments. A rare phenomenon, so rare that even the most seasoned astrologers fall silent when they speak of it. At the peak of August 8th, when the Leo sun burns at its brightest, standing in a position of absolute power, a gateway of energy will open. The ancients called it the Lion's Gate, a place where light from the cosmos pours straight into the human heart, piercing through the dust of the past, illuminating truths that have slept for generations. And for Aries, this light carries both a gift and a challenge, the chance to heal ancestral karma. You may have been carrying fears that were never truly yours, memories not from this lifetime, yet quietly etched into your blood, into reactions you can't explain. Maybe it's the fear of losing even when you have enough, the sting of betrayal even when no one has hurt you, or the endless loop with money, with success, always reaching for it, always feeling it slip away. These things didn't start with you, but they can end with you. This year, the Leo Gate allows you to stand at the intersection of time, where past and future meet in a single breath. Here, you can choose to keep what is strength and release what has been a burden. You can return to the universe the fears and limits that no longer serve your path. And when you do, not only will your road be freed, but those who walk after you will move lighter as well. Picture this: you're standing on a hill at sunset. Behind you, shadowy figures, faces you may not recognize, yet your heart feels gratitude for them. They are your ancestors, the ones who came before, who handed you both the gift and the weight. And today you turn back, look them in the eyes and say, "I will carry the light and leave the darkness here." In that instant, you hear a sigh soft as a passing breeze, and you know the invisible chains have been broken. This is an act both deeply personal and profoundly great. It demands that you believe you are strong enough to change a current that has flowed for hundreds of years, and that the universe never gives you a mission without also giving you the power to fulfill it. When the karma of the ancestors is lifted, you will find yourself standing taller, walking lighter, and the dream ahead will feel closer than ever. What once were obstacles will become stepping stones. What once were fears will turn into stories that inspire. And you'll see true freedom isn't the absence of weight, it's the art of turning that weight into wings. And when those wings begin to spread, signs will come, signs that you are moving closer to a land you've never touched before, a place where everything you lay your hands on begins to change color. There are days when you open your eyes, and it feels like the world is sending you a message. You see 11 flash on your phone screen, on the kitchen clock, even on the receipt you just picked up. Or maybe it's 10:22, meaningless to anyone else, but for you it stirs something strange, like you've seen it before, in a story you haven't told yet. The universe doesn't speak in loud words. It sends quiet signals, small, steady, for those who are tuned in enough to notice. Sometimes it's a dream that keeps returning, and when you wake you can't shake the feeling that it was carrying a message. Sometimes it's déjà vu, standing in a place you've never been, yet feeling an eerie familiarity, as if you've stood there before, seen the afternoon light fall at that exact angle, heard the wind hum at that exact tone. And sometimes the signal is a person, a glance that stops you in your tracks, a brief conversation that lingers long after. They don't appear to stay forever, but to hand you a missing piece, the one you need to complete the picture you've been painting. Aries, when these signals keep finding you, it's not coincidence. It's the universe placing its hand on your shoulder and whispering, it's time. Time to stop doubting, time to stop asking, is this a real sign, and start living as if every sign is real. Because luck, opportunity, and your deepest transformation don't wait for your belief before they arrive. They come, and they wait for you to open your heart to receive them. Just like the morning sun, it doesn't need you to believe in its rising, it shines anyway. But if you turn your back, you'll miss the warmth it brings. So listen more, not just with your ears, but with your whole body, your whole heart. Let your intuition lead you to places your logic hasn't yet explained, because it might be at that very turn, on that very step of the staircase, or in the moment you sit beside a stranger, that your 20-year streak of luck is waiting for you. And when you truly connect with these signals, you'll notice something. World starts answering you faster. Everything aligns in ways that feel impossible to plan. Connections that seem random lead you exactly where you've been searching, and deep in your soul, you'll know you're on the right path. When that happens, you'll see you're no longer just chasing luck, you've become the source of it. And from that point, a new door opens, leading you to the place where action and faith meet, and turning everything that once felt far away into something real. Aries, there are moments in life when you just know that one single decision could turn everything in a new direction. Not because the world suddenly changes, but because you choose to step forward and touch the door that's been waiting for you all along. This August is one of those moments. You've heard the prophecies, you've seen the signs, and now the only thing left is your own confirmation. A declaration not just spoken from your lips, but rising from deep within your chest, from that quiet place in your heart that's been whispering to you in the still of the night. Say it out loud as a promise to yourself and as a signal to the universe. I am ready for my 20 years of luck, because when you speak it, you're not just making sound, you're creating a vibration, a new frequency, strong enough to cut through doubt, clear enough to draw every opportunity toward you. And don't think this act is small. The greatest changes often begin with the simplest moments. Don't wait for a perfect time to start. That day when the whole world is ready for you will never come, but there will be a day when you feel ready for the whole world, and if you allow it, that day could be today. Share this message, not to collect likes or praise, but to become a torch for someone still searching in the dark. You never know, the story you tell today could be the very first spark in someone else's journey. So take action. Call the person you've been thinking about for weeks, but haven't reached out to. Write down the plan you've been keeping in your head and never put on paper, or simply stand up, open the door, step outside, and let the August wind touch your face. A small ritual to mark the beginning of something new. August 2025 will not come again. It is the one bridge between the past and the radiant future you've been envisioning. If you cross it, you'll find yourself walking a path filled with beautiful coincidences you can't explain. If you miss it, no one else can walk it for you. And when you take that very first step, you'll realize this journey isn't just about moving forward, it's about feeling it. Every step will open a new layer of story, where you'll meet things you never expected, yet somehow they've been waiting for you all along. Aries, there are moments in life, if you're awake enough to notice, brave enough to step into them, that can change the entire course of your destiny. This August is not just another month. It is a door, a cosmic door that opens only for those willing to believe, to act, and to let the light reach the deepest places within themselves. 20 years ahead may just be a number for most people, but for you, if you choose to walk through this door, they can be 20 radiant years. Not just radiant with outward success, but because you will see yourself differently. A you that is stronger, wiser, freer, and able to share that light with others. But no one can open this door for you. No prophecy can come true if your heart stays closed. Belief alone is not enough. You must let that belief flow into every action, every choice, every word you speak each day. Remember, the universe does not wait until you are perfectly ready to send opportunity. It sends the opportunity so you can become ready. And this one is a gift only for those with the courage to take it. I want you to pause for a moment, take a deep breath and ask yourself, if today was the first day of the most glorious 20 years of my life, how would I begin? Your answer, whether small or bold, is the seed of a new journey. Don't wait for a miracle to believe you're worthy. You are the miracle. It is your persistence, your kindness, and the fire in your heart that turn every prophecy into reality. And when you are ready, step forward. No need for noise, no need to rush, because sometimes the greatest journeys begin with the softest steps, yet still have the power to change the direction of the wind. And somewhere ahead, you'll realize you stepped into a new chapter of your life without even knowing it. A chapter full of color, sound, and light, waiting for you to write the next page.